Do you struggle producing drums? Do you have trouble finding cool beats that sit well within the music that you're writing? Maybe your drums feel a little dull or a little boring, and you really need to know how to amplify that. You're not alone. A lot of producers really struggle when it comes to drums, especially in the beginning. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to make awesome drums and come up with some cool ideas for your music every single time. Let's go. So when creating drums, you want to have a few different elements. You can mostly defer back to what is a drum set. So a drum set consists of hi-hats, kick drum, snare, toms, cymbals, things like that. When you're doing electronic music or program drums, you don't have to constrain yourself to that. You can have a little bit more fun, but you do want to kind of think of those elements when you're creating your production. So here we have our beat. I'm going to play all the melodic tones without any drums, just to get an idea of the vibe. So you can see it's very simple and we want it to be more impactful. Adding drums makes a huge impact. It can change the genre of your song by moving the snare around. You can make it more upbeat by double timing the drums. It's all just what your preferences are. So here I've added this hi-hat, and this is what that sounds like. So these hi-hats are going to play on the 8th note, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and on the 3, they're going to add just a little sizzle, just a little da-da-da, and that adds something a little bit more interesting to the production, other than just straight 8s hitting at you the whole time. The next thing I'm going to talk about is the kick drum. So this is where you get to have a little fun. I highly recommend you play around with kick drums. Move them to different parts of the song. Push them to different parts of the beat. Allow them to hit on the upbeat or the and of the measure. So you have 1 and 2 and. Maybe the kick drum doesn't always have to land on that downbeat. Moving around your kick drum can make your drums so much more interesting. And if you pair that with how you want them to sound against the bass line, you can really go from amateur drum making to pro. So here's our kick with that hi-hat, and you can see that it's not always hitting on the downbeat, that there are a few upbeats or ands on that kick. Already it adds a little bit of groove, a little bit of movement to it. Now we're going to talk about everybody's favorite, the snare. And this is my pro tip for y'all. Everybody jokes about how they can't find the perfect snare, or they go through mini samples, libraries, all different kinds of things, and they're looking for that perfect snare. Well, there is a solution to that problem, and it's pick 2 snares, maybe 3, maybe 4, and blend them together sonically. This can give you a much deeper snare, a much more exciting snare, and you don't have to just commit to one. So here is our first choice in our snare, and I'm just going to go ahead and solo these so I can show you how we blend them together. So this one has a really high kind of white noise sound to it, like shh, and we can blend that with this one that has a little bit less of that, which is more of a hollow. So we can blend these two together. And then we can add a third one that has a different sound altogether. It's kind of like a whack, whack. And when we blend all of those together, we get this sound. And then we can do is we can go over and we can blend them to taste volume-wise on our meters here. And this is how all of that sounds with our song, and this is not mixed yet. Another thing you can do to really elevate your songs using drums is to add interesting percussion elements like wood blocks, shakers, bongos, anything that you can find. You can record these items in your house, or you can grab samples, or you can get them from Drum GPT. There's all these different things that you can incorporate into your song. So I went ahead and added this wood block here. And it's a stereo track, so it's bouncing from one side to the other on the headphones. And here's how that sounds all together. And it's already adding some dimension, some fun, a little zhuzh to the song. And another thing that I wanted to add is just a little bit of that rise and fall type of percussion. So I went ahead with these. This has a high pitch riser and a low pitch hit. Perfect. And here's all that sounds together, just the drums. And here's how it sounds with the melodic instruments. Now, if you're having trouble picking certain kind of drum tones, or you hear something in your head and you're searching through sample libraries or VSTs and you're not quite happy with how any of those tones sound, there's a really cool plugin I want to show you really quick. It's called Drum GPT by Fadr. Goes right into your DAW, or you can go to the website and get them as actual like one-shot samples. And what you can do is you can describe a drum kit right here, something that you're hearing in your head, and then it will use AI to kind of go into the library and find something for you. They also have these prompts here that are pre-generated for you to kind of help you get some ideas if you're stuck. Sometimes as producers, we all get a little bit of writer's block from time to time. So if you were to click one of these, like this bright trap percussion, we could click that. It creates a kit, and then we go to drums, and we can look at our whole set. So we'll have kick, snare, snare 2. So you could even blend these two snares together if you wanted. A clap, rim, and different percussions you can try. You can even change the pitch, the volume, decay, sustain, release, all of these for you. Let's go ahead and select this clap here, and we're going to add that to this track. So we can go ahead and add this with our snare, or we can do something fun and have it clap before our snare. It's kind of fun. You do it like before and with. And we could have that do it every other measure. So let's copy items, and we'll just paste it every other measure. It's Control V to paste in Reaper. That sounds pretty cool. And what I like to do when I'm done with MIDI is render everything to a WAV file. It just makes it so much easier for me to mix. So we're going to right-click, render freeze track, and we can choose either mono or we can do stereo. I'm going to choose mono for the clap. Once that's done, I right-click to remove the track because I don't need it anymore. And then I'm going to drag and drop this over by my snares, and we're going to label it clap. It's always important to label all of your tracks. And we're going to take it and turn it blue so it matches our drums, because I like everything to be uniform when I'm mixing. And here's the final mix of that track. I really hope this helped you. If it did, go ahead and hit that subscribe, like, all the things that YouTubers ask you to do. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments and we'll do our best to answer. Thank you for watching.